You are most welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tuesday Night Anatomy with Daniel Okwan. Today's section, I'm going to do an aspect of the power behind the voice. So this time around, I want to look at the relationship between vitamin D biosynthesis and of course the UV light from of course the sun. Now, since I was born, I have heard it countless times that early morning sunlight is good source of vitamin D. Yes, at the primary school, at the junior high school, at the senior high school, and wherever, we tend to hear some of these things. And even the lay person is aware of this concept. But my friends, there's a thin line about, something being the source and something augmenting something for, it to take place. What we are actually saying is that vitamin D doesn't rain, it's not rain from the sun. No, it doesn't come from the sun. But rather, this vitamin D is made from cholesterol. Okay, so cholesterol is in the cells of our skin. What is happening is that they are going to use this, of course, cholesterol to make, vitamin D. Okay, so first, one thing that we know is that this, early morning sunlight is serving as a catalyst, speeding up the reaction, okay, to take place. Yes, by converting this 7-hydroxy, cholesterol to, of course, what we call the pre-vitamin D. Now, whenever we say pre-vitamin D, we are talking about something we call cholecalciferol. Now, my friends, I'm saying that it is taking place within the skin. So this, cholecalciferol didn't come out of blue. It came from, of course, cholesterol. Okay, so that is, the first thing I want you to know. Now, again, yes, we know that whenever you are exposed to the sun so much, yes, there's that kind of chances of something like melanoma can take place. But my friend, this UV light that we're able to get usually from around 11 a.m., up to about, noon, or even up to 1 p.m., around that time, yeah, the sunlight over there, we can get the maximum benefit from it, okay, by helping us to produce this kind of vitamin D3 we are talking about. My friend, this vitamin D3 we are talking about, this is the pre-form of it. So I'm talking about the pre-vitamin D3. And whenever we are talking about this pre-vitamin D3 is the one I'm saying it is called the cholecalciferol. My friend, it is pre because it is inactive. In other words, even if you are taking to this early morning sunlight or whatever, noon sunlight, and you get, maximum exposure to it, and of course, there are, the necessary things which are supposed to come after that do not take place, my friend, you are not going to get maximum benefit from this vitamin D we are talking about. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that after this vitamin D3, the pre-vitamin D3 that we produce, what will happen is that it has to go through some kind of biotransformation. And one of them is going to take place in the liver. So my friend, if you are having an end-stage liver problem, irrespective of the number of times you'll be exposed to this sunlight, there's no way you get the maximum benefit from it. Okay, so it means that we need this liver, okay, so that it hydrolyzes, okay, this pre-vitamin D that we produce, so that at the end of the day we get what we call hydroxy vitamin D. Okay, that is the first thing that we are going to do. Now, after that, there's another organ which we need, very important, that is the kidney. So even after the liver has done the first hydroxylation, okay, putting hydroxyl group at position 25 of this cholecalciferol that we produce, what is happening is that if you don't have your kidney functioning very well, my friend, you will not be able to get maximum benefit of this vitamin D we are talking about. So it means that this kidney will also come in, and of course this time around it will add hydroxyl group at position 1 of this cholecalciferol that has already been hydroxylated at position 25, so that at the end of the day we are able to get what we call 125, okay, vitamin D3. My friend, it is this 125 vitamin D3 that we also call it calcitriol. My friend, this calcitriol is the active form of this vitamin D we are talking about. Okay, and this is that one which will be very relevant, okay, in the what we call it maximum absorption of what we call calcium from our diet. And of course, it's also very important in that kind of, this kind of phosphorus metabolism. It's going to help you in that regard. So my friend, this is the pathway. And of course, we know that calcium has a lot of benefits, okay, to the body. Yes, blood clotting, talk about nerve impulses, among others. Okay, so it means that the heart functions very well. Okay, all these things are relevant functions, yes, rules that this calcium is going to play. So it means that once your vitamin D3 is not active, my friend, your calcium homeostasis, calcium metabolism will be impaired, and everything that a calcium is supposed to do, yes, is going to fall short. Okay, so that's one thing. So one thing I want you to put inside your brain here is that this time around it is actually cholesterol which is the source. Okay, this cholesterol, endogenous cholesterol in our skin cells, okay, which is the source of this vitamin D. And my friend, what we are saying is that it requires UV light from the sun to help make the reaction proceed very fast. Okay, so that is what I want you to know. Now there are so many things about some of this kind of cholesterol we're talking about. A lot of people say it's not good. Yes, we know that the daily requirement of exogenous cholesterol should be around 300 milligrams. Okay, always I say that if you take one egg, the yolk is full of cholesterol. Okay, which that one can even just give you about 250 milligrams of cholesterol. So it means that you don't have to take 2 eggs in a day. Okay, so there are some of those things. Yes, of course, even the seafood, we can get cholesterol from it, from this kind of cheese, from milk product, dairy product, we can get this kind of cholesterol from it. But what we are saying is that you have to monitor the daily requirement, which is of course 300 milligram, okay, of it. Why? Because this cholesterol is not only relevant for vitamin D biosynthesis, it is also relevant in building your cell membranes. So in the body we have a lot of cells, and all those cells with membranes, okay, the plasma membranes of these cells, yes, they need cholesterol, okay, as an integral component over there. And not only that, now you look at me and I have that kind of masculine features. If you look at a lady, yes, the lady is having feminine features, yes, because the person has what we call these kind of steroid hormones. Yes, this male and female sex hormones we are talking about, estrogens, progesterone, testosterone. All these hormones, yeah, they are coming from cholesterol production. So it is not entirely for us to say that cholesterol is not good, yes, but one thing that we know is that we have some kind of vehicles for transporting this cholesterol either toward the blood vessels or into the liver for various processing. And there are those things we call high density lipoprotein cholesterol, which we often describe as what we call the good cholesterol. Why? Because to be taking that kind of excess cholesterol from these blood vessels and taking them to the liver. And then of course we also talk about the low density lipoprotein cholesterol, and that one will be taking of course this kind of cholesterol from the liver, rather transporting them towards the vessels, and those ones can lead to that kind of atheroma formation. Okay, atherosclerosis, causing hardening to these blood vessels, causing plaques, okay, to form over there. And those ones, yes, it's not very good, because those ones will be a precursor for all those things like that kind of increased blood pressure, okay, increasing what we call peripheral resistance to blood flow. So these are the things that I want you to know, that yes, cholesterol is useful. Only that, my friend, what I want you to know is that if you want to increase this kind of high density cholesterol, then it's important that you engage in some bit of moderate physical activity. Yes, you don't need to always being that kind of sedentary lifestyle. You got to go a bit manual. You got to do some bit of small exercise, yes, in every day, okay, that you wake up, okay, you find yourself. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. That vitamin D, the key word is that vitamin D, it is not raining from the sunlight, but rather it is of course produced by cholesterol in the cells of the skin. Only that it requires the UV light, rays from the sun, to augment the reaction. I'm very grateful for your time this evening. Have a good night, all of you, and may the good Lord richly bless you. Amen.